Hi there, I'm Steven, an editor with Solar Power World magazine. I'm here today with Rob Lampa. He's the Director of Sustainability and Energy Management at Oberlin College. We're here discussing the solar array that's being installed behind us. So maybe Rob, you could tell us a little bit about the array.
Well, what you see back here actually is a 10-acre site surrounded with the fence here. There's 7,722 panels. Will be on probably over 100 different rows. It's a 2.27 megawatt system, and it should make about 3 million kilowatt hours of electricity per year.
Why did Oberlin pursue this array?
Well, we wanted to provide a significant example of renewable energy, and we have a much smaller solar system on the campus. We wanted to have a bigger impact. So by putting this large array in, this will be the equivalent of 12% of the college's electrical use.
When will the array begin generating power?
Well, as you can see, it's only about halfway completed right now. We're hoping to start this up in two phases, where we would energize the first half, and then we would energize the second half. And we hope to have the whole thing energized sometime during the second half of October, if the weather cooperates with us.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thanks. It's been very, very wet and very rainy. As you can see, there's a lot of standing water here, and we're standing on a lot of clay, so it makes it very difficult for the contractors to work out there as the tires spin on their equipment and the guys walk around with big muddy feet.
How has the construction been going?
It's been going basically very well. We had a good summer for the most part, and very dry conditions.
How does this array benefit the college, financially and otherwise?
Well, the array will be able to provide, if you're taking a look at our total energy costs, the electricity from this array will be provided to the college at a fixed rate. We ended up working with a company by the name of Spearpoint Energy out of Aspen, Colorado. They collaborated with SPG Solar out of California to furnish and install this system. This system is, though it is constructed on Oberlin College property, Spearpoint Energy has leased the property from the college and has asked SPG to construct and provide a system that will create electricity that will then be purchased from the college. The college does not own the equipment, the college just buys electricity from the equipment.
When it comes to the array, is there any benefit to the college, the students, the community?
Well, there'll be quite a bit of benefit. Actually, in some respects, the production from this college, or from this array, excuse me, will actually provide a benefit to the community and everybody in the community, because it will reduce the amount of electricity that the utility would have to buy from the outside grid on really warm and sunny days. This will be producing at peak power. They won't have to buy that power from the grid at much higher peak prices, and so the savings from that will then be distributed across all the residents as well as the college use. This whole solar array is actually connected directly to the campus internet system. We ran a fiber optic cable all the way down and hooked into the college's system, so that both the college and the community, if they want, will be able to monitor what's happening on this system. This is a tracking system, which means that a single-axis tracking system, which means that the panels will rotate from east to west as the sun goes across each day, and it should generate approximately 15 to 20% more electricity than the fixed system we have on a couple of our buildings on campus. So the students will have an opportunity to study the differences between a tracking system and a fixed system, and to see what kind of impact that makes, and they'll be able to see what happens when the clouds go over, and look at the combination of a large array versus a smaller one from an efficiency standpoint.
Is there any sort of enthusiasm among the faculty or community about the solar array?
There is. I think the whole community actually is behind this. I mean, you may have heard of the Oberlin project, which is a collaborative operation between the city and the community to try to become carbon neutral. This is a big step in that direction. It's a huge example of our commitment to that, and it's very visible. We expect that there'll probably be lots of people coming forward and having tours. We've had quite a few requests already.
Okay, thank you. How does solar work in Ohio?
Well, as somebody had once told me, is that the sun does rise in Ohio as well, even though some days it's behind the clouds. And that's a good question, because really this part of Ohio is one of the cloudier portions in the lower 48 states, but yet we've taken a look at all the data and looked at what are called solar insolence tables, which talk about the amount of solar radiation that comes in on any particular part. And we can see that these panels will generate somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 kilowatt hours of electricity per kilowatt installed per year. And so with that, we can say, okay, using the tracking and everything, it will produce a reasonable amount of energy for the investment. And if we can show that we can make it cost effective here, it should be able to be cost effective almost anywhere in the country.
In the long run, more or less expensive than buying electricity from utilities straight out?
Well, that is a good question, because really in a lot of places the cost of solar panels is prohibitive from the standpoint that by the time you would have the energy savings from them, the panels will already be done. They don't pay for themselves. We were able to work with a developer to engage the American Reinvestment and Recovery Act 1603 program to safe harbor a 30% grant for this project. So the developer was able to do that because they were able to get the grant money in lieu of tax credits, and they had some investors who had a tax appetite for this. So though this project is on Oberlin College property, the property is being leased by the developer. The developer is involved in furnishing and installing and providing the electricity, and the college is purchasing the electricity from this array. We do not own this array. It's owned by a developer, and we have a contract with them for 20 years.
Where are we right now anyway?
We are in just on the north side of Oberlin, Ohio. We are in the northwest quadrant of part of Oberlin College's property, and just north of the city limits and just inside New Russia Township.
Is this farmland?
This has been farmland every year. This year we talked to the farmer, told him we were going to be having this project, and so he said, yeah, I think I'll stay out of there this year. But if you look at some of the area around us here with the weeds, we should be able to, he should be able to come in here, mow these down, till them in, and be able to plant corn and beans around this fenced area, so that we actually would be getting two crops off this property. One crop would be his crops, and the other crop would be all the solar power.
All right, Rob, well, thank you so much for coming out here with us and sharing some information about this great solar system. We wish you luck, and hopefully we'll hear from you again soon.
Okay, very good. I really appreciate you coming out to take a look, and sorry it's so muddy today, but it's, as you can hear, construction is still moving, so we're hoping to be in production by the end of October.
That's what we want. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.